Like you have to have a certain level of fuck it.
You're not
I don't know
wrong.
what else to say.
Hey everybody, it's Caasi back again. Today is Tuesday, February 4th, 2025, and it's a very special day. We have a very special guest who's here for a special occasion. The last time you saw my lock buddy was in May 2014, so it's been over a decade. I'm really happy and grateful to have him here today. So without further ado, I want to welcome back to the channel, accomplished athlete, IT wizard, a musical genius, Mr. Phil Breezy Bryce, Brainstorm Productions is in the building. Welcome.
Thank you very much for that illustrious intro. I appreciate that.
Of course. Gotta let the people know. If you don't mind, could you introduce yourself? I know I introduced you, but speak for yourself. Let us know who you are, what you do, why you're here today. Give us a little bit.
I'm Phil Breezy Bryce, as you said before. You can call me Breeze for short. I make music. I do IT stuff. I just try to stay productive and always keep learning. I'm here. I enjoy my hair, and we're going to discuss what's about to happen next with it.
What is about to happen with your hair?
It is about to be cut, shaved down to the scalp.
And why is that?
Because your boy is joining the Air Force in less than a week.
Wow.
Got like 3 or 4 days left. I'll be going right after the Eagles win the Super Bowl, hopefully.
That's right. EAGLES Eagles.
Yes, all day.
So, like he told you, we are here today because his Black journey is coming to an end for now after many years. So we started our locks around the same time. So I know I started mine December 2009. Do you remember when exactly you started yours?
Probably like December 2009.
Yeah.
And then so the story is supposed to go, we started our locks at the same time, and then I got caught in the rain, and then you did them again between January and March of 2010, somewhere along those lines.
That sounds about right. About right.
So that was indeed not right. We got the story backwards. I did Phil's hair first, then he got caught in the rain, then a professional did it. So all the compliments you hear him give me throughout this video on how well I did his hair, just disregard those because we remembered the story wrong. Okay.
We've been in the game about the same amount of time, and now your journeys and taking a pause maybe, or at least this chapter is coming to an end, so we're here to discuss locks, life, whatever, and just get a little insight before this big change happens. So what motivated you to start your locks in the first place?
It's very simple. It's 2 reasons. The first reason is because I wanted long hair, and I was trying to grow my hair out for most of my life. I was growing the fro, then the fro would only go so far. And then I tried to get braids, and I was like, braids are for girls. And I'm like, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but you go off.
Right.
And then I was grown. I was like, I'm going to do what I always wanted to do, grow my hair. And I realized that growing your hair with a fro is very time consuming. So it's either braid it or lock it up, and I just committed to locks. So that was one part. The other part was during this time of me making this commitment, or determining if I wanted to make this commitment, was my grandmother was dying at the time, and she was losing her hair when she was dying. So I was dedicating the journey to her. So as she was losing her hair, I was growing mine, and it just felt like it was the right thing to do.
Cycle of life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's beautiful.
So that's why.
When you started, or as you continue to grow your locks, did they develop any cultural or spiritual significance for you? Or you just kind of been like, this is my hair? It's
funny because, as a Black guy with locks, you get the significance based on how people respond to you. And it's like, oh yeah, these are significant. You don't like these Jones. And I like the fact you don't like these Jones now. Here we go.
Right.
You kind of start gathering information based on how people respond to the decisions you make about yourself. And it's like, okay, maybe I should look into these things. And then people start asking questions. People start doing things like wanting to touch your hair without asking, and then you gotta check people. So it's like those journeys and those situations kind of help you determine where you stand with what you're doing,
And where do you stand?
Don't touch my hair. I never even thought I'd even have to say that to people, but that was a thing for a while, especially in college. It's like, oh my God, how did you do that? It's like,
how did you do that?
Because it does that. What you mean? Things like that. Just going through the phases of of it being really, really short, and it eventually growing to the point where you can like put it in like a ponytail, things like that. It's just different stages of life, different times. I enjoyed my journey so far. It's great. It's been like 14 years. So
Right. It's just kind of a part of you now.
yeah.
What have those different stages been like? Has your mindset changed from when you first started to now? Like, have your experiences with people changed? Has your feelings about your hair changed? Was there ever a time where you were like, this shit is looking rough? Or were you always just like rocking with it?
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, the whole thing about looking rough and everything, like I wanted like the nappiest braids possible. Like I wanted the free form that shit. You know what I mean? To your credit, you did an amazing job with my hair because you did my hair and you gave me the super tight, you know what I mean, luscious, perfectly evened.
You're giving me a lot, and I appreciate that.
You did it. You did the thing.
I think the memories of time have smoothed over what I actually did, but I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, like you did an amazing job with my locks, and like you did it well enough for me to maintain it myself. Like it wasn't anything I had to correct. It just did what it did once you did it. And I say that to say that I wish I had locks like yours that are much more fuller and thicker. And that's what, like, I think I'll do it next time.
Have you always, since then, have you maintained your hair yourself the whole time? Or have you, like, gone to salons at any point or had other people do your hair?
I tried a little bit of everything. I started in college, so I found some people who do locks, like, on campus and stuff, like, not official. And that was my first lesson, was to not trust people. I went to someone who was, like, a loctician because they did locks before. And so I did it, and I remember we were like getting ready for this party. She was more of in a rush than me, and it's been a while since I had a retwist at the time. So it was kind of tangled up, whatever. She was just like, oh, these are tangled up, but you just started cutting them apart. Didn't think it was a problem at first, but the problem with that is that there's going to be thin spots. Like as it gets longer, it's going to be the thick part, and then it's going to be thin in that area where it was cut, and then it's going to get thick again. So I had that for a bit. Yeah, so like that's when I was like, never again. That was the lesson in that. No one's gonna care more about your hair than you. So if you can figure out how to do it yourself and take care of yourself. Yeah, I went to a salon and I got it twisted in like July, and I paid like $250, and then I sweated it out as soon as I got outside. And I was like, so I'm paying for convenience. I'm not paying for the skill to do it. I'm paying for the convenience of not having to do it. If I can find the time to do it myself, then I can save that $250.
For sure.
So I'm like, that's all I'm really getting here.
That's
so I'm
so
like,
many dollars.
It's a lot of dollars adding up into one sum. Yeah, wasn't it? Especially because I've done it before many times before I went to the salon. So I'm just like, and then I waited a long time to get in the chair. And then I waited a long time underneath that heat dryer thing.
Right.
And it was just like, I was there and I was like, I kind of could have been done at home watching like a movie.
Yeah.
Whoever needs something quick, I get it. That's what you're paying for. That's what you're paying for. It is what it is. But then I realized it wasn't for me. Like I can make time for myself to take care of my hair.
Absolutely. What has your like maintenance routine been like? Like, have you always regularly gone for retwists, and like how often? Do you wash your hair? Has that changed over time? Like all that type of stuff.
So I don't really think about it now because it's all locked up. Once it gets super locked, you just kind of chilling. Like in the beginning, you don't want to wash your hair like that because it's still locking up. You still have buds. Is you're going to be like a month before you can like wash your hair, and then that time can get shorter as your hair starts to lock up and it gets longer. So over time, as it got longer, I would like shampoo my hair like every 2 weeks or something like that, condition and all that stuff, because there would be no concern of them coming out.
Right.
And when I say coming out, I don't mean like as your hair grows, there's new growth and it's like just nappy hair that you have to twist in. When I say coming out, I mean your hair isn't fully locked yet, so it comes out and then it's just a poof again.
Right. It's
like when you don't have to worry about that, you're good. You know what I mean? As it got longer, it was less maintenance and it was easier than having shorter hair. It was just there, like it just did its thing. So it's like a plant. You feed it and it grows.
Exactly. It's very much like that.
I've had a lot of women come to me and they say, "Oh my God, I love your hair. I wish I can do that." And I'm like, you can. You just have to embrace the nappy phase. You know what I mean? That's literally it. Like that one phase where like you're in the beginning, and they call it the ugly phase. I highly reject that.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
It's very like that phrase only exists because you perceive other people to think that of you. If you don't think that of yourself, then none of that should matter. So like,
I don't know.
there's a lot of people say, oh, it's beautiful. I wish I could do that. I don't want to go through that phase. And it's like, you just kind of just do it. Like all it's going to do is just weed out the people who's going to talk shit. And then you just get rid of them. And then you keep doing what you're doing. It's very simple. Like it filters itself out. You don't even have to do the work.
So how do you feel like, or do you feel like having locks have like influenced your personal style?
Yes. Because I can have braids now and have locks at the same time.
As we see.
Yes, but the thing is like, so I went through the phase where it's like the young bob phase, and it's like it's still like not long enough to braid, so you just got your locks out, and then it gets to a point where you can put it in a ponytail or something. Then it's like, all right, we can do things now. And then it gets a little bit longer, then you can have braids with hang time. It's like, all right, yeah. And then it gets a little bit longer, then you start doing styles of braids. You know, and then after that, it's just like you just do whatever you want because you have options. I think one of my main goals in hindsight was to be able to get braids even with locks. Like I wanted braids, you know, I wanted different styles of braids. I got different styles of braids. It was really cool. Like I like how I have them now. Just simple. I've had my hair for 14 years. It was much longer than this. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to go into that now.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, feel free to tell us. Have you like cut or trimmed your hair? Well, you have cut or trimmed your hair at some point. Tell us about that.
When people get locks, including myself, they're like, okay, I'm gonna grow my locks. They're gonna get long. I'm gonna let them grow. They're gonna thrive and flourish, and I'm gonna do my thing. So I did that. They thrived and flourished. They did their thing, and they kept growing, and growing, and growing. And they went past my knee. My locks were down to my calves.
And how tall are you for reference?
I am 6'2". So they were down to my calves. Yep, exactly. we was out here in these streets. So at that point, it was unreasonable for me to walk around without braids. Like I needed braids to make it manageable.
Okay.
So that was like a pro and a con because it's like, all right, like who's gonna braid my hair? Like I can't braid my hair. And I already told you my salon experience. Right. So like my girlfriend would braid my hair, but she's not always around. So like now I have to time this around her schedule. And if I don't have braids in, I have a ponytail in, which is cool, but it's a lot of hair. Like it's a lot of hair. Like all you need is like a spritz of water on it. You can start feeling the weight. Like is that much hair. So I'm like, okay, I did the thing. Congratulations to me. We can start trimming shit now. Like we can start figure out what length is the right length for me. Now that I've
literally grown my hair to the floor.
Once it gets to a certain point, you start sitting on it. Like, it's more accessible to the elements. So like near the tips started getting like really thin because they're getting worn down from the whatever edges they rub. Just being out there. Yeah. Like I would cut those parts and then it would grow and then it will get worn at the same part. So I was like, I maxed out. All right, we made it. There's no point in going any further. That's when I realized like, okay, well, A, I know my hair is going to grow. B, I know my max out point. Let's do a chop.
Right. Let's make my life a little easier.
Exactly. So not this past January, but the following January, New Year's Day, I just cut it literally in half.
Okay.
And in half to me was just like my lower back.
And that's some people's goal. Like
like I was completely good. Like because at that point I was always keeping my hair braided anyway. So it was like, oh my God, your hair is so long, but no one knew like how long like just it really was. Yeah. So like even with my hair down to my back and it was braided, no one knew that I cut half my hair off.
Did you keep the locks that you cut off?
Good question. No, I did not. Because a lot of people ask me that. I threw them in the trash. No, because like that's super real. That's super real. Like, I get it. You know, like the whole T-Pain thing. Like you can save him for later and restitch him and all that stuff. But listen, I like to leave the past in the past, man. Especially since I can grow new hair. This is a new time in life. Let the new stuff flow. Like it'll be back. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to do that. Plus, when I cut it, I saw how much lint was in there, and I was like, I can get fresh hair. Speaking of lint, one thing I did learn was it's okay to brush your locks. Like you can use a brush and brush that helps with the whole lint situation if you know you're not meticulous with it. Also with that, I learned that you can kind of see seasons of your life in your old locks because I remembered what was going on with the amount of lint in my hair like at that point in time. I was like, oh, all right. Like, yeah, I was drawing around this point in time. Like, I could have did something about this, and I was just like, nah. So like, and then I could see a little bit later, like it went away. I was like, yeah, that's when I was like, all right. Like, it gives you like an unforgivable like scale of time.
Like the rings of a tree.
Exactly. Yeah, it does. It does.
Is the length they are now kind of like the perfect length for you?
Honestly, I could go
Mhm.
shorter.
Okay.
I could go shorter. Like, 'cause I'm gonna slowly start taking these out because like I have less than a week to go, and I'm probably
Mhm.
gonna cut my hair either tonight or tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think I could go shorter. You know, like
Mhm.
one of the cons I will say that, well, cons for me personally was I didn't like how having braids would stretch out my beanies, my hats.
Okay.
Like it would just stretch them out over time, and it would just get bigger. And I'm like, I used to like this hat. Like it still fits because I have hair, but like if I take the braids out and it's like not braids, then it's like flatter and it's like wide
Okay.
now. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I guess the
Yeah.
price you pay for being cool. All right, whatever. Do you wear
You're gonna
hats?
get. I mean, no, because
Yeah, but yeah, I would have it shorter, like shoulder length maybe.
okay.
And, you know,
And
not
shoulder
just
length is a good. It's like a really solid length. Like people.
yeah,
Uh, I'm trying to combine. I'm trying to say glamorize and glorify at the same time. I was about to say glamorify. I don't know what that.
glamourify.
You know,
That's an
like
act.
really long hair. Like having long hair is cool. I have long hair. I
Mhm.
don't have nothing bad to say about it. But
No, your hair is
shoulder
absolutely
length.
outstanding.
Thank you so much. The shoulder length is like kind of clutch because you
Mm-hmm.
can do your ponytails, you can do your braids, but you also don't have to worry about like slamming it in the car door. So
True, and I've done that.
I've
I've
done
done
that
that.
so many
Any type of door,
any
honestly.
type of door.
Anything that can close is
I
a
was about to
problem.
say that anything that can close, the
Yeah.
drawers in the kitchen,
Mhm.
it wants to get everywhere, you know.
Even like I've had my hair like, you know, no braids, just out long, and I'm like, I look cool. This is actually inconvenient a little.
I know it's like
Yeah, it's like
I can't
yeah.
see
I think
peripheral vision.
yours is better because it's thicker, so it can like stay.
Yeah, it stays
My
in
hair,
place a little better.
yeah, mine is always swinging. So like, if I want to just have my hair down to eat food, it's just like,
Your hair is eating food too. Yeah, you know, like you said, the price of being cool, price of looking cool.
hey, pay that toll.
Right. So over these, 14 plus years, have you had any like particular moments or milestones or like things that you remember that like stand out in your mind having to do with your hair?
Particular moments. The time I told you about the girl cutting my hair.
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else? I mean, I braided my hair one time. That was really
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, I just looked it up because I was like, I gotta do something.
I'm
Like,
gonna say it's easier than you think if you feel like you
well, no,
can't
no,
do
no.
it, like,
So
you
let me
can.
be specific. There's
Mhm.
braids and then there's plaits, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? 'Cause
I always
plaits
thought
are the
of them
ones
as
on
the
this.
same thing.
So we went off on this whole like 5 minute tangent discussing the differences between braids, plaits, and cornrows and what our personal definitions of them were. And I'm just going to speed through that. I'm including this part because during this conversation, Phil took his do-rag off and I didn't want it to just get to the next part and him not have it on and it be random. So,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah. One thing I did want to mention because I was
Yeah.
thinking about it, like locks in the workplace.
Yes. My next question was going to be, have you faced any challenges because of your locks, or do you feel like you have, and that might tie into this, or not? What are you going to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that I haven't, and I was really thinking about it because, like, if you remember, like when we first became of age to like actually start working,
Mm-hmm.
we were on like the cusp of don't get tattoos, it's gonna ruin your life, or everyone has tattoos, it's fine. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like locks was the same thing.
Yep.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Like
I
right
agree.
before we started working, it was like, what do you think you're
It was
doing? No
like,
one's
why
gonna
would
hire
you?
you.
Not even locks, just like natural hair in general. Was
Yeah,
like,
natural
you
hair
can't
in
just, like,
general.
relax it, or
Afro?
get a
No,
wig,
yeah.
or get a fade if you're a guy. Shout out to black people. We're just like, enough. We're gonna wear our natural hair. Like, y'all gonna deal with it.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was kind
exactly.
of like just starting around that like 2009, that time.
Yeah. So like I didn't really deal with anything. It wasn't like anything that anyone mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only time people started mentioning my hair when it got like longer than what would be perceived as like a women's length. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're like, oh my god, your hair is so long, it's so beautiful. And it's like, well, thanks. Like I didn't get this like a month ago, but I guess it's long enough now. Like I mean, that was an adult. I think
Right.
kids were like, oh, only girls supposed to have long hair. I'm like, okay, you're like 2. You'll figure it out later.
You'll figure it out,
But
right?
yeah, I didn't really get any pushback from anybody. Nothing significant that I can point out that was like discriminatory. Like I got all love pretty much at all times. Even like my recruiter, because I'm joining the Air Force, his coworker, she was like, "Oh my God, you're cutting your hair! I can't believe it!" And it's like, I have to. Like, I'm joining.
This was happening.
They knew this was happening. Like, but they're like, yo, it's so awesome and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, at least I'll get to grow it back, whenever I choose to, wrap it up. But like, it is what it is, man. Like, I'm not really, too concerned about that move.
So what have you loved the most about having locks for all these years?
I like the fact that I don't have any regrets of not doing it. You know how like you just like, I wish I did it and then it's too late. So I'm glad I did it, and I did it while I was young, because I don't know how that would be if I wanted to grow them now. Because I remember how I looked when I first started growing them. And they were like little, like small little peasy joints, and I'm just like, would I want to go to work like that? Like, forget what everybody else think. Like, how would I feel? Well, I'll be a little self-conscious. I mean, I'm older now, so I know that I wouldn't care. But like back then, it was much easier because I was in college, and you can just be you, and it was what it was. Depending on where you work, it can vary. You know what I mean? And you just never know how it is where you work, or if you're going to go to a new job. You know what I mean? So like, you just never know. So I feel like, because college was a safe space to start, I'm glad that I did it when I did it.
I think a really good point, because I also started mine in like my first year of college. I never felt like there was an ugly phase, but I'm sure to other people, my hair was looking crazy at some times. Like, it would just be sleeping straight up or out or whatever. And I loved it. But, if I had been older and like working and stuff, maybe I would have thought more about it and been like, damn, maybe I can't have my hair like this. But because I was in that, I'm in school, I'm going to class, I'm going to the cafeteria at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, my hair can look like whatever I want it to look like.
Exactly. And I think that we started our locks before it got cool, if we keeping it honest.
Oh yeah, no.
If we keeping it above,
we were
before everybody.
We were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, because locks got cool like 3 or 4 years ago. It was just like,
feel about that, because like everybody has locks now.
Everybody has locks now, and it's just like, I remember like people trying to say stuff. Black folk got to bust jokes once in a while. So I got a couple Jones, but it wasn't nothing too serious. But like now, everyone has locks, and it's just like, your locks are like ear level, and my shit is like at my butt. So clearly, I have the tenure, like
right.
and that's
I have the experience. I have the qualifications.
Yeah, and on top of that, it kind of like showed age for real, because it's like, because of how long my locks were, people kind of looked at me as like an OG of whatever they believed I am an OG of. Like, I don't even know of what, but like, because my locks are longer and you just shorter, you were wiser. And I was like, that's true, but I mean, it's not because of my locks.
It's not because of my hair, but I guess my hair does show a level of like, patience, life journey. It shows in your hair. So
that is true. And it does take a level of patience to have locks, because I've known people who keep getting locks and keep getting them cut off, and it's like, why you keep cutting it off? And it's like, I wasn't patient, and it's like, I don't know how far you plan to get with this habit, because you're making it a habit now.
What are your intentions here? I think we definitely got that kind of OG perspective of like, one, it's not that serious, because part of the point is that it's a more carefree hairstyle. What's up? I see you have a point.
Yeah, I have a point. So this is specifically for the women.
Okay.
A lot of the women that I talk to, and I know this because women are usually held under a lot more scrutiny in the workplace.
Definitely.
So they always try to stay super fresh, super on point. And that's like one of the things they are worried about, is always getting it, making sure it's tight, making sure it's cool. And unfortunately, that's one of the things that is going to damage your locks. It sucks to say, too much twisting is going to thin them out. You need a rock out phase. Like, you need them nappy at the roots for a bit before you keep twisting. And that's one thing I see a lot of women are afraid of, is like, I got to go to work on Monday, so I'm gonna get them twisted on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you just got to twist it last Saturday. Like, let some of the root show. Put something on your put one of these Jones on with the silk inside.
Head wraps. But I think that speaks to a lot. That's like even beyond this conversation about blackness and perception and femininity and all that stuff. I hear you.
But I've encountered it a lot. I mean, I've had these conversations, and it's like, these are the things that may be stopping women from following through. Like, you have to have a certain level of fuck it.
You're not wrong.
I don't know what else to say.
You're not wrong.
You have to have some sort of threshold of that in order to follow through with that. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
That's an excellent point. I can say, as a woman, I have a certain level of fuck it. and it's
Oh, I know.
and it's like, and I think it's also tied to kind of I have a certain level of fucking about like the perception of femininity as a whole. So, and I think that speaks to like my comfort level with my hair. I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen a lot, but it used to happen a lot. Maybe at this point people can tell I don't give a fuck, but people offering to do my hair or saying like come to my salon so I can do your hair, and I'm like, no, it's like this on purpose.
Yeah, I've had that before too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just in the liquor store looking for people. It's like, hey, what's your name? I'm like, think you generally flirting. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, oh yeah, I'm a loctician now. I can come do your hair for you. I'm just like, I'm Gucci. It's like, well, think about it. It's like, I thought about it.
I don't have an issue with my roots being out.
Yeah,
I don't have an issue with visible blackness. Like it's okay. So yeah, I think there's a lot of different like mental barriers and like societal barriers that can stop people or hold people back from really embracing their journey. So excellent point. Is there anything? Well, I know you said you kind of wish your locks were a little thicker, but do you have any other like maybe regrets or things you wish you did or didn't do during your lock journey that you did or didn't get a chance to do?
Regrets? No, I'm cool, man. Like I said, 14 years is a long time to be doing something.
Yeah.
So I will say that it's not necessarily a regret. It was more so of a progression of my hair. So like, I don't know if you can see it, but like this part of my hair is not locked up. It's just like a regular like cut.
Okay.
So like I slowly started cutting my hair and like I gave myself like a mohawk, like on the sides. That was due to impatience. I had a whole bunch of hair. And I was like, oh my God, like this is a lot of hair. Let's try different styles. Let's do this today. Slowly, I just started cutting one row. I started cutting one row. And then it just started going back and back. And I was like, okay, I have to style this. And then I was like, all right, we're going to cut the sides. I cut a lot more of my hair than I had in the beginning to style it into like a mohawk. So it's faded on both sides. I mean, it's obviously not cut right now, but like it's faded on both sides and at the front. And I just keep it braided. I guess one of the regrets I have is I think I cut it too far back because when I take these braids out, it's weird. I look weird. One time when I was like giving myself a shape up or whatever, I forgot to put the guard on. Okay. And I just straight cut hair and it was just like bald spot. So I was like, this is weird. Now I have to cut all of this off. So I just had the locks and then it braided and I just looked like a monk. Yeah, it wasn't the look for me. It wasn't it, Chief. So I just wore this for like 2 weeks until it came back. I was like, I know my hair is going to go back. I can afford to make this mistake. Learn something new. I don't look all right with this. But here's the thing. Like it actually did look all right with it braided. Yeah. But without it braided, with its locks out just back there, it just looked like some predator shit. It wasn't it. That's probably the only like regret I have, if you want to call it a regret. But I just think of them all as like learning experiences.
Yeah, definitely.
I have enough hair to experiment with. That's how I look at it.
So if you weren't joining the Air Force, would you be cutting your hair now? Or if they didn't require you to, would you still cut it?
It's a very, very good question. I contemplate this because like I thought about cutting it, but then I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Right.
Because I actually wanted to keep my hair, and it's like this is once again 14 years. So it's like I will be cutting 14 years of progress away. I think joining the Air Force was my catalyst to like jump over the ledge. You know what I mean? Because like I was back and forth with it for a while. I'm very comfortable with cutting my own hair, like just on regular fades and stuff. So I was cool with that. But the beautiful thing is, I haven't been to a barber in a decade. And I found out that like barber haircut prices have doubled. Like I'm not paying like $20-$30 for a cut. I remember when it was 10 plus tip. Like but every 2 weeks too? No. Like no. I'll figure out how to do it myself. So like that's why I'm just like I'll keep my locks. But at the same time, I was ready. Like another con like is with like a lot of hair. You can like wrap it up into like a joint, sit up top and then cover it, the Rasta style. So like I would have that, but that centers a lot of weight on the top of your head. So like if you do that and you go to sleep, you have to make sure you have a very good pillow or you're gonna have neck problems. Like I'm not even talking about like, oh, that hurt last night, but like lasting problems. I did that one time. I did that and I didn't have the right support and like I like hurt my neck and it would just suck for like a while.
Yeah.
And it was a lesson learned. I'm fine now. It took a while. It took like a few months for to feel better. I want my hair out the way while I'm sleeping, but like now weight is being distributed in a way that it jeopardizes how my body works. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if I would just leave it long, not braid it, and go to sleep and just like put like a do-rag or something, like a turban over my head, I'm rolling in my locks. So it's pulling, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all over me. So like that was annoying too. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting kind of tired of all these games I'm playing here. So that was one of the things, but I didn't really like want to just like let it go. So I feel like starting this new journey was just like, you know, jumping over the ledge that just allowed me to fully commit to it confidently and just, you know, move forward, you know, like with no regrets.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's good.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about, in general, like the military is kind of like standard for appearance and kind of lack of ability to express yourself?
I feel like if you're going to join the military, you got to know what you're getting into. Like I'm an adult. I'm in my 30s. Most of the people who join the military are like fresh out of high school. They're teenagers, early 20s. So like I get it. Like I understand that things have to be uniform for a reason. I don't mind that particular standard. You can keep your hair if it's for like religious reasons.
Okay.
So like if you're like a Rastafarian or something like that, there's a waiver for it pretty much.
Okay.
But I get it. Like for example, like if you need to wear a helmet because you know they shooting, you got to make sure that shit fit. You know what I mean? They're not going to make you a custom helmet just because you chose to keep your hair. You know what I mean? Like put it in the context of what you want versus what they need for the service that you're signing up for. You know what I'm saying?
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
I get that you want to be an individual, but you don't join the military to be an individual. Having to cut them, I understand that, you know, this is about being uniform and it's about it being functional. And I'm definitely a form follows function person. Like if it functioned first, you know what I mean? I need my helmet to fit. Like,
so are you planning any like special ritual or like, you know, something before you cut your hair? You just going just pick up the scissors and do it.
A ritual.
Look in the mirror and talk to your hair. Oh, that was like some candles and say thank you to your follicle.
No, I'm not doing all that. They say belt to ass. I'll be putting razor to scalp. And keeping it moving. I'm very ready. Like I'm about to leave in a few days. So I'm excited for everything I'm about to get ready to do. So like I'm just ready to just start everything that it takes to be in my next phase of my life pretty much. I might record it, you know. I think I was telling you earlier.
Going to record it because
the beans are spilled.
The footage, I want the footage.
The beans are spilled. All right, got you. I'm actually excited to feel what my head's gonna feel like without all this hair.
Yeah, that's my next question. What are you looking forward to about not having locks?
To just do this weightless, you know. I'm just excited for like the weightlessness, being able to sleep on a pillow without lumps of braids in the back of my head. You know, just that stuff. I am not looking forward to how cold my head is going to be. My head is going to be. It's been great having protection.
Yep, just that built-in insulation. It's nice. Nice. But now you can wear your beanies and they won't stretch out.
I know. I'm excited for that. I can wear hats now. I can actually buy hats. I haven't bought a hat since like high school. I can buy hats now. You know, I'm excited for that. Being able to not have to wear a shower cap when I go in the shower. I'm excited for that. And if I want to go swimming, I can just go in the water.
No concerns whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm excited for those things, you know, because I'm active. Now I can just work out and just, you know, wash my head, I guess.
A different kind of freedom. Like locks are one kind of freedom and not having them is a different kind of freedom.
Yeah. And it's only a freedom because it's like, it's been so long. Right. You know, on the other side, before I had locks, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do all these things with my locks. I'm going to feel this way. And all those things came true. So now it's just like the ebb and flow of life with some wisdom behind it, you know. Right. The last time I had short hair was like in high school. Like I started growing my hair probably like after graduating high school and going into college. So I haven't had short hair since in high school.
At this point, in terms of like growing a new set, are you like 100%, 50%, just question marks? What do you think? Do you think you'll definitely grow your locks back?
I definitely want to grow my hair. I don't know. So what are the kids doing these days with the curly top thing and then the fade on the side?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that thing. I was like, I can do that. You know, maybe because like in the military, like you can a fade is like a normal is like the military cut.
Right.
So like you have the top high top with the fade on the side, and there's a certain length it can go, of course.
Okay.
It can't go too high, and on the sides, your hair can't touch your ears. So that's why the fade exists. So like I could technically grow like my hair like a back, but I was just thinking about going straight bald and keeping the beard. Flipping script flipped.
Wow.
You know, and I mean you can't have beards in the military, but I feel like I can get a shaving waiver because when I shave, I get the badness happens.
Okay.
The bumps. It gets disgusting. There's a condition for us like folliculocyte. Don't quote me. Pre-follicle. Something with the follicle thing. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So they have a waiver where you can have your beard.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So if I get that waiver, I'll I'll say 89% I'll go bald and keep a beard.
You're gonna look like a super villain.
We're gonna see. I never went bald before, so
wow.
I just want to see what happens. When I go to basic training, everyone's bald.
Right.
They cut everything off, so we're gonna see it anyway.
Yeah.
So I figure like if I can rock with it, I'll rock with it, and it'll keep me from going to the those people, the barber.
Because you can maintain that yourself, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pull a major pain, get the blade out, and just secrete the scalp.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. This is my last question. What advice would you give to someone either starting their lock journey or someone in your position who's thinking about ending it?
That's two questions. All right. So
it is.
If you're starting your lock journey, I will say less is more. Don't buy a whole bunch of shit to put in your hair. Just keep it clean. Clean locks grow fast. Don't care about what other people think. If you're starting from, a short length, stick with it and be patient, because there's going to be times where it's like, I want them to be this way, or they're not. There's going to be a point where they're long, but they're pointing in whatever direction they want to point. And you just got to rock with it, man. Don't worry about twisting your hair all the time. That's the one. Do not worry about them always being fresh. Throw that idea out the window as soon as you decide you want locks, because your desire to be fresh is the complete opposite of
your hair's desire for health.
Yes, I couldn't have said it even better. Keep that up. It's going to start falling out. It's going to start getting real thin, and you're going to wonder what happened. And same thing to my ladies. Embrace what y'all like to call the ugly phase, and you will have healthy locks, and you can shit on everyone who ever doubted you. And the other half of that question was what?
For someone who's in a similar position as you, who's thinking about ending their lock journey, any advice?
Well, it depends on why you want to end the journey. If you think it's time, then listen, you control your body. You do what you want to do. Just know that however much time that you put in is going to be gone in the blink of an eye if you choose to cut it. So just take heed of that before you make any brash decisions. I know a lot of people are very impulsive when it comes to their hair. Some people are just as quick to cut it and to grow it back. But if you want to make a commitment, this is about commitment.
Right.
Like growing your hair for a long time is a commitment. And do you want to throw your commitment away? Is the reason why you want to cut your hair worth throwing your commitment away? That's kind of something that you want to think about. Is it because of external things, what people saying? Is it because of your job? Do you want to cut your hair for your job? Can you get another job? You know what I'm saying? Is this something that you have to do? Is this something that you can live with yourself if you do it? Because not everyone has the blessings of their hair growing really fast.
Right.
You really want to think about if you want to do that. Sometimes you might want to just cut some of it off and comb it back out, depending on how far you are in your journey. So just be very cognizant of the reasons why you're making that decision. Stay true to yourself. Make sure it's not any external influences that are dictating what you should be doing with your body.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. Make sure it's your decision and not somebody else's decision.
Right. Yeah.
Great advice. Great advice. Well, thank you for answering all of my questions. Are you done taking out your hair?
Yeah,
You want to give us
I
a
am.
little look at it?
Yeah. So this is the length we're at now.
When was the last time you had a trim?
The last time I cut it down was January of 2024
Okay.
or December, New Year's Day, New Year's
Okay.
Eve countdown.
Do you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how
So
many locks you have?
no, that's
Okay. Yeah.
never gonna happen. You gave me so many. You made my
Yeah.
hair full. Here is the length. Hopefully, you guys can get a good look.
Dun, 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 I'm giving you montage music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. But as you can see, I gave myself the fade and it's back
Mhm.
here. So without the braids, it's like I'm about to do some kung fu.
Your hair is still beautiful, and I'll miss it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be bittersweet for sure. Yeah,
I'm
way, shape,
really
or form.
excited for this new journey you're starting, and I think if if you have to give up your hair, I think it's totally worth it for all the experiences you're about to gain.
Yeah, I weighed that out too.
Mhm.
Definitely weighed that out too. So yeah.
Well, thank you again. I'm gonna stop the recording. So
Okay.
thank you for being here with us, and we hope to see you again. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Peace.
Yo, 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 what's good? It's your brother Breeze, and time has come for me to let my beautiful locks go. Just took them out of their last French braid. They'll be in for quite a few years. Figured I would document this moment to February 4th, 2025. I cut them in half New Year's Eve 2023 going into 2024. They used to be down to my calf. Now I will be cutting them all the way down around. Oh, I'm documenting this from my girl Caasi, the lock expert. She's the one who did my hair. The 360 look. Mm. Okay, so that's the gist of it. Now we're gonna get it popping. Razor gang. I'm just gonna hop right in. I might need to use scissors. I have no clue. We're just been hacktivists with it. Let's go. Oop, there's one down. Okay. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Yep. I want to do this on my terms. Ooh, look at that. What the hell? Oof. Oof troop. Maybe a mirror? I don't know if I'm looking at this. No, let me get a mirror. I'm gonna take it. I feel hair, but I don't know if burb. Got ourselves a mirror. What's going on? Oh, all right, we good. Probably should have washed my hair before I cut it. Not gonna lie. That would have been, yeah, whatever. What if my razor died and I was just stuck like this? Just looking foolish. Foolish and flabbergasted. That product or dandruff? What? Bro. Wow. Crazy bus. Crazy bus. My head already feels lighter. It's like, you know, hoodies kept these to be stylish. And just wrapped it around like that. Ooh. I can actually scratch my head. Ah, I feel so good. Scratch my head. Like, ugh, I don't know if it's dirt or dirt, dandruff, or product. I don't know if it's any of those things separately or a combination of. Because I do work out. I sweat. I've had my braids in since like December 2nd. So it's been. Holy crap. Hold on. It's been like over 2 months. Is the 4th. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. 23 locks left, 4 locks left. What do y'all think this is? Let's keep it a buck. Is this dirt, product, or dandruff, or a combination of it? Either way, fucking yuck. I had my locks in braided for 2 months. Oh, they're all gone. Oh, man. They're all gone. Oh, my nappy ass head left. Can I rock this look? Probably go downstairs and shape this up. I just wanted to cut my locks down, off, so I can start this journey. I'm gonna have to get some other attachments. I don't normally use them because I have locks. I just use this to cut my beard, but I think it's time to step it up. So I'm gonna cut this video off. Guess it's time for waves again. Peace. All right, I was going for a minute. Now I'm back with the chop off. Just did the whole John and mean. Looking kind of fresh. I don't know how the back look. So the back is. Try to get it as low as possible, smooth as possible without making too many lumps. But yeah, the texture of the hair is completely different than where I had cut it previously. So I absolutely need to wash my hair because it was nasty. That's the hair cut. And that's the remnants of such said cut. We did it. I feel great. I feel marvelous. You know what I mean? So
We're back in it. I can definitely cut my hair. This is cake. It took a few minutes. Be good to go. Holiday season. Hey.